really, it's a waste of time that you have done all of that. It's wrong to lose that. So I said, if part of my life was wasted, it is haram to waste the rest of my life in something that I don't enjoy. It's a very difficult decision. And by the way, you need a great willpower. I did it. I got my PhD in petroleum engineering. I was teaching in the college. And I remember one day, it was the last day of school, last day of exams, and I was taking the exam papers, going to the classroom with my students, and all the students were there waiting for me. So I stopped at the entrance of the door. I did not go in. And I was asking myself, is this what I want to do for the rest of my life? I'm not enjoying it. I'm good at it, but I'm not enjoying it. So they waited inside for me. They saw me outside. I was not coming in. So I stopped for about 5-10 minutes. I don't know how long. Contemplating, thinking. And then I said, listen, it's only a decision. Nobody can do it for me. It will not change until I do it. So I said, this is the last class that I will enter in my life. And it was. It was. I left petroleum engineering after that class. So, again, if you are doing something that you don't enjoy, you don't love, don't waste your life. Life is short. Enjoy it. It's a very strong decision. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes, as I said, if you're almost graduating, just get rid of it. Get a degree and then do something else. But don't continue on something that is not your passion. If you have more than one area that you love, then choose something that has a better chance of being excellent in it, outstanding. I have another way of saying it. If you have more than one choice, avoid the crowd. Avoid the crowd. So I remember once I was doing one of my TV programs, and that was in Egypt. And in the break, the students, audience came to say hello, and I was chatting with the young men and women there. And I asked one of them, I said, what is your field of study? And she said, I'm almost, Dr. Tareq, graduating as a Chinese translator. I translate into Arabic and into Chinese. Now, question to you. Will she have a problem finding a job? Definitely no. She will not have a problem finding a job. There are fields that are crowded. You will have a lot of trouble finding a job unless you're really outstanding. And there are fields that are almost empty. So if you have more than one choice, avoid the crowd. Do something special, something that nobody has done, at least in your area. Something special for your country or your area, wherever you're going to live. That doesn't mean that you always avoid the crowd. Sometimes you have to be within the crowd on the condition that you have a chance of being outstanding, being excellent. For example, in our part of the world, the number of students who graduate yearly in Sharia, Islamic law, now is 50,000 a year. Yearly, we have 50,000 graduates in Sharia. This is a big crowd. Many of them will not have an immediate job. Now, either you avoid the crowd or be like one of my students. His name is Abdullah Mutar, who studied Sharia. But he did it because of the passion he had for it. Abdullah Mutar reads 40 books every month. Now the others will have a problem competing with him. So he has a chance of excellence. So either you are outstanding or avoid the crowd. That is the general law here. And definitely find something that suits your abilities. There are certain abilities that you have control of. There are certain abilities that you have no control of. For example, you want to be a TV anchor. You have to be good looking. You can't avoid that. One of my students, I asked him once, he said, what do you want to be in the future? He said, Dr. Tareq, I want to be a reciter of the Quran. I love reciting the Quran. And I've memorized the full Quran in all the different schools, etc., and all the different models of recitations. So I said, no, don't do that. He said, why? I love it. I said, I know you love it. Very obvious. But your voice is not nice. Like mine. I can never be a singer or a reciter. I can do lectures, but I cannot do these things. These need a nice voice. I don't have it, you don't have it. So there are certain things that are not within your ability. So don't do it. There are certain fields that need strong memory. If you want to be in pharmacy or medicine, you must have a very strong memory to memorize all of these sicknesses, diseases, and their treatments and their side effects, etc. If you don't have a strong memory, then you cannot do it. You just can't do it. There's a joke here about three men who have really bad memory, and one of their friends asked them. He said he wanted to test how bad their memory went. So they asked the first one. He said, "What's 2 by 2?" He said, 194. So he turned to the second and said, "What's 2 by 2?" Thursday. So he turned to the third one and said, "What's 2 by 2?" He said, 4. Yes. How did you get that? He said, I subtracted 194 minus 30. If you have a memory like that, you cannot be in these fields. If you're bad in math, like these people, you cannot be in engineering. So what is your ability? Natural ability. There are things that you struggle to be good at. Avoid them. Find a field that's easy for you, it's natural for you, you're born for it. So these are the formulas for finding the right field. After finding your right field, then you write down a plan. And my suggestion, after teaching this for so many years, is that you write 3 pages only. The first page is your life plan, 20 years or more. What do you want to achieve? Major achievements that will need 20 years. If something that doesn't need 20 years, you don't put it on that page. So my suggestion is 3 pages. What do you want to achieve in 20 years? What do you want to achieve in 5 years? And what do you want to achieve in 1 year? 1 year here means 12 months that starts tomorrow. And if I want to go further, I would suggest that on the 20 years plan, you don't write more than 5 objectives. In the 5 years plan, you don't write more than 10 objectives. And in the 12 months, because they are detailed, I want to raise my GPA to this level, I want to take a course in this, I want to memorize this, I want to befriend that, etc. You can be specific, you can go up to 20. So 5, 10, and 20 goals. Simple. Life planning is not that hard, but it needs going deep into your heart and looking into your heart, finding what you want really to achieve. And then, again, this is for those who are already employees, but this is more towards those